Right, that's better. Um, 3,000. Does look.
Revelio. Revelio.
Would you please meet with me in the Great Hall? I have come upon a difficult time, and I need a friend.
A castle? Must have been...
Ryandale. It's south of the castle. I think the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near there.
Nothing over here.
Well, we're gonna help Lodgok because we've travelled all this way fast, but then we're gonna help Poppy or Natty, I'm not sure, but they're both worthy. Why the game is making us help someone who's clearly unhinged in Sebastian, I will never know.
Not quite.
You can't stop us. I've been fighting since before you were born. Kills me. One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Get away!
This place stinks of Ranrock and his cronies. No sign of Lodgok out here. He must be inside already.
Um,
Revelio.
Look at the size of this mine. Lodgok!
Something seems wrong.
This place is teeming with Ranrock's loyalists. I have to keep my wits about me. This cart ought to get me deeper into the mine. Just like Gringotts. But I'm in the driver's seat this time.
Something seems
How
wrong.
deep will this take me?
Ranrock's gonna be pleased with our progress.
Who was on that car?
Tell me a hand with this part, will ya?
That has to be the end up ahead. Revelio. Insane. I wonder where these pipes go. Revelio. Revelio.
One there. Who's that? Eh? No! I will make you pay. Why, it's a grapple, you are.
Revelio. Good for you. Revelio.
I know you're here somewhere. I won't.
Lumos. Revelio.
I mean, I'm barely breathing. I don't think that actually helps with me playing, but, you know, it's just...
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Okay, we've done all around here. Did all that. I feel like we should go down the elevator and just check out what's down there.
Somebody there? Hello? Such arrogance. One less human to worry about. How nice it is so far.
Revelio. Revelio. Spelunks. Confringo. Revelio.
Um,
Revelio. Ranrock is here. I only hope Lodgok doesn't cross paths with him.
You You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day. Feels like I've been at this for hours. Hello? What's going on out there? Who's there? Rather, how nice of you to stop by. I won't.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. Revelio. Where does this one lead? Off the beaten path, I suspect. I'd better light these boilers if I want to go any further. Revelio. I hope I can get to Ranrock before Lodgok does. Revelio. Revelio.
There we go. Did say off the beaten path, but off the beaten path sometimes that's a good thing.
Revelio.
Another drill is complete. The wizarding world will crumble.
I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's loyalists. Revelio.
If only Ranrock were here to...
I won't bet.
Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. I have to find a way to stop that drill. Bombarda.
You. That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another.
I found this one lurking outside.
Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
I came to stop this.
What is this you've brought me? It cannot be. All this time, you knew. You knew where it was!
Don't!
Are you all right?
I will never understand you, Lord Gok. So gullible. That witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful. They are taught to hide their disgust for us, as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time, chasing a child. And my little brother knew where it was all along. But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind!
No! Avada Kedavra!
Oh, I've got 5 times.
Lord Gok. Dead by his brother's hand. No wonder he tried so hard to reason with him. Revelio. Now to get out of this blasted place. I'll send word to Fig to meet me in the map chamber. He and the Keepers need to know Ranrock has that journal and knows where the final repository is. Revelio. Alohomora.
What? Not your best moment, I fear.
I mean, that was quite a trauma-inducing events.
Revelio.
Race back, speak to Fig and the other professors, the dead, speaking to the dead, just realised that. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Just so you know, kids, you cannot speak to the dead. People claim they are either lying or trying to fiddle you out of money. It's usually what the case is. You used to have a friend who worked for an events company, and they used to handle one of these seer people. And he said, although he signed an NDA about what he signed, he's not allowed to talk about that. So he can't tell you, like, whether somebody is or isn't. He did say he despised them. He did say he was allowed to say he despised them, and they were just a bloody con artist. I think the con artist bit was possibly not allowed, but yeah, he made it clear that he despised them. But they were conning people like their money.
Anne's worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb. But now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says he doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can. I hope that my quill has conveyed my message clearly.
I hope Professor Fig got my owl. I need to tell him and the Keepers that Ranrock knows where the last repository is.
According to the owl I received, Ranrock is moving more quickly than we could have anticipated.
This is grave news indeed. We had hoped for more time to discuss the best path forward.
Let us hear what the student has to say.
Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bragbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok and Ranrock were brothers. Lodgok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bragbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bragbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this? He didn't know what we were containing.
Isadora told Bragbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Her memories showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. And a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves. The next trial will involve an exceptional level of magical skill and a nuanced ability to interact with beasts. Find a face of stone and tendrils. I should advise you that you must engage with any beast that is part of the trial on your own. Professor Bakar will meet you in his pensive room.
Okay.
An exceptional level of magical skill? Nuanced ability to interact with beasts? I suppose we should begin our search for a face of stone and tendrils, whatever that may be.
Very well.
Professor Weasley has been keeping an eye on me. Perhaps we should meet there, so she has no reason to raise concerns with Professor Black. I shall see you near the coast. Perhaps then you can tell me a little more about the memories of Isadora that you witnessed.
Can I go in this way?
wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio. Time to teach someone a lesson!
Wonder who lives here.
You're here. Do you recognize the head sculpted there?
It looks like a grap horn.
And the prints carved into the ground lead me to believe that a grap horn will somehow open the way forward.
That's what Professor Rackham meant when he spoke of my needing an ability to interact with beasts.
It would seem so. I do know that the last of a long dynasty of grap horns lives nearby. They call him the Lord of the Shore. I suspect you'll need to bring him here. What happens next, I can't say.
Have you ever subdued a grap horn, Professor?
I have, yes. Years ago, at Stonehenge, of all places. The Ministry still owes me for that favor. It can be difficult, of course. They are massive, after all, but it's not impossible. It's my experience that many of your spells will have no real effect. You'll need to wear him down.
If that's what must be done, I'll do it.
Excellent. I know this area well enough. When you see the remains of a large sea creature, you're in the right place. Now, Professor Rackham made it clear that you must engage with any beast that is part of this trial on your own. So I shall wish you good luck and wait for your return in the map chamber.
Whatever, Fig. Yeah. Off. Oh.
could do worse than pit upon forward.
Goblins ruling over wizards will...
Revelio.
Knowing a meat he's likely studied.
Revelio.
This must be the place.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Da, 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 da.
Revelio.
Very well, Lord of the Shore. Show yourself. You are a fierce one.
Confringo. Accio. Leviosa.
Can't we talk about this? I should think we'd be a bit weaker by now. I need your help, friend.
What do I say? No, I am. Guess it's some okay.
Go! Poachers. Let's see how the Lord of the Shore feels about his neighborhood being invaded.
You're a bit dodgy with your skills, aren't you, sweetheart?
It'll take more than this to stop the Lord of the Shore.
Are you even Expulso! That was a mistake.
We're crossing that bridge whether you like it or not.
Expulso!
It's been ages since I found anything worth poaching near Crack.
Time for you all to clear out.
It's you who interfered. You killed our Iona. Skilled poacher she was.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Why don't I have a front door like that?
Revelio.
Wicked. Rugged fedora.
Perhaps Professor Rackham was right to have had faith in you. I still have my reservations. Isadora, as you will see, was not who she seemed. I can only hope that you are. My memories should answer any questions you may have about the power you will need to protect.
Thank you, Professor Bakar. I shall see you back in the map chamber.
Revelio.
Terrifying. The one who masters the memories. Achievement unlocked.
Hello? Isadora? Isadora? Mr. Morganach, Mr. Morganach?
Son, I'm glad you're here.
Isadora was not at her home.
I know.
Her father... Percival.
What is it?
It is as though he was stripped not only of his pain, but of all emotion.
Everything is much worse than I feared. Neve was right. Isadora hasn't stopped. I've just learned that she has been wielding that magic on students.
We must gather the others. I need you to return to your common room, all right?
What have you done?
Take a breath.
Students, Isadora.
Everyone feels pain. And why? Because of your arrogance? Your obsession with secrets? They won't suffer any longer. Not my father, not my students, no one.
Isadora, set down your wand.
Professor, you taught me to hone my power, not throw it away.
I did not teach you this. Expelliarmus!
Avada Kedavra! She's alive.
Revelio.
The caverns below Hogwarts, where you fought Isadora. Is that the location of the final repository?
It is. You see, we could not destroy the strands of emotion Isadora had stolen from so many. So we did all that we could to keep them safe. We also realized that until they could be destroyed, the magic used to create them was a danger to wizard kind. Hence, we became keepers. Keepers of an unfathomable secret. We knew that someday, one with the ability to see traces of ancient magic might be seduced by its power. We built the trials to lead that person to us, to allow them to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge we'd kept hidden and the responsibility that accompanies it.
Have I not proven myself, Professor? I need to get to that repository before Ranrock does.
You have, and you will. But the repository is protected by powerful ancient magic. To enter, you must craft a special wand from the 4 artifacts you found above our pensives.
So the repository is safe from Ranrock for now.
If he is, as you suspect, capable of using the power of the other repository, I fear he will be able to breach our defenses.
Then I must go now and craft this wand. Perhaps Mr. Ollivander will help me.
Another Ollivander? I'm not surprised. As I am sure he will tell you, this wand may be used for only one purpose. Return with the wand, and we will open the way forward.
I shall send an owl ahead to Ollivander. Whilst you visit him, I'll reach out to Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley?
Yes. I may have made an error in judgment by not informing her of Ranrock's intentions earlier. I only hope it's not too late. If Ranrock really is going to try to drill below Hogwarts, we'll need all the help we can get.
All right, Professor. I'll see you soon.
So, we're gonna go there. We're gonna reveal the hidden what is.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the Dick thinks you've made marvelous improvements here.
Um. them. The Great Pawn is safe. Safe for now. Excuse me.
Revelio. Hello. Nice to see you again.
You as well. What can I help you with?
What do you have for sale?
Thank you for your patronage. Thank you for your patronage. Glad you were able to stop by.
It's you. Oh, I can't thank you enough for rescuing my dear Isco.
Hello, Mrs. Rabe. How is Mr. Rabe doing?
He's resting at the moment, but seems to be in good spirits.
I hope the next time Rookwood's lot comes calling, you'll alert the authorities.
Yes, I will. Lesson learned. If I'd known what you were planning, well, let's just say I'm desperately glad you're all right. Rookwood's criminals aren't to be trifled with. Promise me you'll stay safe. Your bravery is to be admired, but taking unnecessary risks, well...
Don't worry, Mrs. Rabe, I can take care of myself.
Yes, I believe you can. Thank you again, for everything.
There's no telling.
You made it.
I mean, I was here before you. What are you talking about?
At least we're out of the classroom.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave?
A
I
random
think
bee.
I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Did you discover why people avoid this cave?
Ridiculous, really. Rumour was that the cave drove people mad. I couldn't find any account by someone who had been in the cave, though. So either
It's not
it
good.
was a rumour, or anyone who went in wasn't in any state to speak of it afterwards.
Let's go.
We're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Don't know. Discovered all the cairn dungeons. Oh, puppy.
Revelio. You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we? It's another aggressive one! What is going on with them?
Confringo! Accio!
Right. Phil.
Revelio!
Dead end. Nothing of value. Which is weird, because normally a dead end is something of value. Oh, I could taste a treat, or...
Confringo.
We're searching everything to the right.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon? Accio.
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Voipers' song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio.
I mean, this cave looks absolutely ginormous.
Accio. Accio. Revelio.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Voipers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Accio.
Why am I not surprised? First the Voipers and now this.
Revelio.
We need to find moths for those spinners.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio. Repulso. Expelliarmus. Repulso. Lumos.
Lumos!
Confringo.
Revelio. Lumos.
What is it?
Lumos.
I mean, there's...
Lumos. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I think I've lost the butterfly, so I'm going to abandon the quest and restart it, and hopefully it'll be appeared, because, nature of technology means that I'm essentially turning it off and on again.
Looks rather dark in there.
You made it.
Yes, I did.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Let's hope not.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio.
See, it should just return there.
Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Also. Revelio.
Voipers!
I beg your pardon?
This must be how the rumor about the cave started. The Voiper's song is said to drive anyone who hears it mad.
Revelio.
We'll go back and get that butterfly in a minute.
If the Moonstone is here and so are Voipers,
Revelio.
I know it's being protected.
Accio. Confringo.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Confringo. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Right, it's confused me. Don't jump over there.
Confringo.
Not hidden door there.
Revelio.
Not hidden door there. So there is something just there. Usually a sign that there's something that you haven't seen.
Why am I not surprised? First the Voipers and now this. We need to find moths for those spinners.
Yeah, we do, but we don't have them.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Accio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Oh,
Confringo. Accio. Lumos.
Lumos! Perhaps the runes on the walls have something to do with finding the moths.
yeah. So,
Accio.
then such an idiot. Hmm? So that is that one. Oh, no.
If we pull the
Lumos.
rings and match the runes, I suspect we'll find the moths.
Okay.
Another obstacle. No matter. I'm
Revelio.
sure we can work out a way across.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Revelio. Accio. Repulso. Lumos. Lumos.
Ooh. That's some mystical magic.
Revelio.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to do this again.
Confringo. Revelio.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Should we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
Dive, dive, dive.
it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here, I just know it. Given what Fruipers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them. We found it! Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
Dr. Poppy, after I started to leave. Very helpful.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to... We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it. I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on High Wing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen, a good one, a sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
What was it like growing up in a family of poachers?
The thing I remember most was how much we moved around, always chasing the next big kill. It was chaotic and dangerous and nowhere a child should ever grow up.
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there, acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any good.
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
See, Natty.
Revelio.
So 9 plus 7 is 16. And then 8 says the spider. Oh yeah. And 11 plus 0. 11. 3, which is the height.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Mine now, damn you guys.
Revelio.
Our lectern. This enchantment lectern serves as the spot from which the great headmistresses and headmasters, as well as Professor Black, address the school. That's actually hilarious.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Matibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them. beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Hey, Brown. John.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Right.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? There's Ollivander's. I hope he can help me craft the Keeper's wand.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
Thanks, Penny.
I better go one.
Hello, Mr. Ollivander. I wondered if you might be able to help me with something.
Yes, Professor Fig sent an owl informing me that you'd be coming. He was a bit cryptic, said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Oh, my. How extraordinary. Remarkable design. I will be honest, I have never crafted a wand in this fashion. Repaired broken wands, of course, but this is something else entirely. Keeping me on my toes, aren't you? I think I can work with what you've brought me. Let me see what I can do. It is done. I should warn you, I've never seen a wand like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrock now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
Dirty dog.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance. Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
Okay. Gonna have to smash Rookwood in the face and then in the ghoulies. Damn it.
I'm out before I find you.
Ah, how delightful.
You'll regret crossing my path.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
No more happy days, then. Try not to make this too easy for me. You will pay for your...
You should have joined me. Only delay is inevitable.
Another pitiful beast. Novice luck.
Expelliarmus! Potato, don't think you're going to get us.
Sorry, buddy. The tiny pieces, you and your pals.
I can't believe it. Rookwood's reign is finally over. I'll need to send an out for Natty right away. For now, though, I need to get back to the map chamber and tell Fig what happened. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Yes. Well, hopefully Fig's pleased. Only, Professor Rookwood wouldn't be. Got his ancestor.
Victor Rookwood is dead. He confronted me as I left Ollivander's with the Keeper's wand. I had to defend myself.
Godric's heart, are you all right? I know you're well able to defend yourself. I've seen it often enough. But Rookwood himself...
He would have killed me once he found the repository, if not before. I had no choice.
You're right. You had no choice. You did what you had to do. The wizarding community owes you a great debt.
Thank you for saying so, Professor. I'm ready for what's next.
All right, then. The Keepers have been waiting.
You have completed all of our trials, and you have done so under circumstances even I did not foresee. You understand now why all of this was necessary. The portkey, the vault, the locket, the book, the trials, to ensure that one with the ability you and I share would make the same choice that San, Neve, Charles, and I did.
Now that you have witnessed my memory, you understand all that is at stake. Not everyone is what they seem.
As you know, light does not exist without shadow, nor shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Even the most well-meaning and competent amongst us cannot possibly know the consequences of manipulating what should be beyond our reach.
What lies in the repository must never be released. Resist the temptation to destroy or control it. The magic that you have so carefully honed must now be used only to protect the secret we keep. You have the wand. You will know when to wield it. We leave our legacy in your hands.
Astonishing.
That must be the way to the repository.
Please meet me as soon as possible. I received an interesting owl from Joanna Bickle about Harlow.
We can only hope that we're not too late, and that we find nothing but a repository undisturbed beyond this door.
I mean, it would be a bit awkward if I had to be at high level to do things beyond the storyline, you know, the main quest. I mean, it's hard to tell with games nowadays, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll hurry up though.
I should hope that the enchantments protecting the castle would protect against an incursion from below.
I fear they may not. Although, if they don't now, I can assure you they will in the future.
Were you able to reach Professor Weasley?
I was. Hopefully she and the others will arrive soon. They know where to find the door through which we entered. Damn, the goblins.
I wonder if Ranrock is here.
Let's go. If his loyalists are here, he cannot be far behind.
You and I have faced worse, Professor.
Search the area! Must be here somewhere. We must be getting closer. Renrock will be pleased with our progress. Someone's here. Let's get more of them. That was meant for me. I won't let it happen. To the tower. Back to the bed.
We need to press on. Ranrock must be here somewhere.
This drill stands between us and him. We need to move it.
I'll show you. One moment. Let's go.
one's almost down. You're no match for us.
A dead end. Now what?
Professor! That wall! That's the way forward!
Very perceptive, my young friend. It worked. Let's go.
Revelio.
Ranrock must be getting closer to finding the repository.
I fear you're right, Professor. There's nothing we can do but keep searching.
Lumos! Listen, more goblins up ahead.
Why? You won't get away with that.
Stop! I'm afraid of
These tunnels haven't brought us much luck so far.
Revelio. We're getting closer, Professor. That way.
The goblins have somehow evaded the castle's defensive charms.
Steer them this way. We shall make quick work of them.
They got this.
Revelio.
Time to move. We're in the thick of it now.
We'll show these beasts who's in charge. Your timing couldn't be better, Professor Hackett.
Thank you, Professor.
One less human. Let's get this out of the way.
More of Ranrock's damn royalists.
Look out! Another troll! This one's worse than the last two! Stop him!
It's a dramatic event.
The wand! Quickly!
We made it.
I'm relieved we got here before Ranrock.
I can't believe this is it. The repository has been under the castle for hundreds of years.
Think of all the pain that created it. This is what Miriam, George, your friend Lodgok, and countless others died for. Miriam believed this forgotten magic could be used for such good. But she did not know the risks. She did not see what the Keepers have shown you. What Isadora showed you. You are now the Keeper of whatever power it holds. What do you intend to do with it?
I plan to leave the repository as it is.
I'm pleased to hear that. I've been thinking.
What is it, Professor?
I spent all year trying to keep our journey a secret from everyone, including Professor Weasley. But now I wonder if I should have shared it with her, and the others, sooner. Trusted them more. The Keepers wanted this secret to be locked away forever. How long will you keep it?
The Keepers were right. The risk of using this magic is too dangerous. It is my responsibility alone to keep it safe.
I understand, but you are not entirely alone. I will do all I can to help you.
The arrogance of wizard kind. Goblins built this repository. It belongs to us.
Enough, Ranrock. It was never yours.
I've been wanting to play with this.
Miriam's wand.
If she'd simply handed over the container, all of this could have been avoided. Foolish, self-important witch. Seems you were two of a kind. She didn't know when to give up either.
I suspect this isn't good. Yep.
It's feeding off the power from the repository. Effects on the dragon. Confringo! Those traces of magic are somehow protecting the dragon. Confringo! I need to break this connection to those traces of magic. That did the trick. I have you now, Ranrock.
There seems to be some fight in you after all. No matter. I shall rid you of it. Come closer, young creature.
You can't stop me. Accio. Potato. Two sources of power. Ha! Don't like that very much, do you?
Stop! You have no idea what you're doing.
How long are you going to keep up this charade? You can't run forever, Ranrock.
Give up now, and I might ensure that you'll get it.
There's nowhere to hide now, Ranrock. Super Punch. Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Not so powerful now, are you, Ranrock? I know you're feeling it now, Ranrock. This ends here, Ranrock.
You think you can stop me?
Accio. Confringo. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. I will defeat you. In Longdorf's memory. This is for Professor Fig. Accio. Presto momentum. Expelliarmus.
to contain it.
You are stronger than you know.
Hey. They got Brian.
Professor. Miriam. Miriam would have loved you, my young friend. The wizarding world could not be in more capable hands.
Professor Eleazar Fig. I dare say he was a beloved professor to many of you, certainly a long-standing colleague to his peers. A famed adventurer and seeker of knowledge, he built a reputation charging into the unknown, brazenly disregarding both discretion and safety, providing perhaps a rather unfortunate lesson for us all. His devotion to adventure was rivaled only by his dedication to Hogwarts. And of course, to his wife, Miriam, whom we lost much too soon as well. Yeah.
Professor Fig represented the best of all of us. He could be deviously clever, possessed a brilliantly inquisitive mind, and was the most loyal of friends. But perhaps it was his remarkable courage, for which we will all be forever indebted to him. If not for Professor Fig, well, I can say with confidence that if not for him, many of us, let alone Hogwarts, would not be here today. Those that knew him best will agree that we must now honor him as only Hogwarts can, by wisely, resourcefully, justly, and bravely facing all that lies ahead.
To Professor Fig!
think I know where we can find
Can't believe we lost Fig. I didn't know him as well as you did, but I know he was a good man. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honored him well. Fig will be well remembered.
Sebastian, there's something you should know. It's to do with Victor Rookwood.
I heard a rumor that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if he faced quite a fight.
The rumors are true, and I did, but it's not that. Just before Rookwood attacked, he uttered something familiar. The same words Anne heard before she was cursed. Children should be seen and not heard.
Wait, what are you saying?
It wasn't one of Ranrock's loyalists who cursed Anne. It was Rookwood. It was Rookwood all along.
This can't be. It was the Loyalists. It's always been them. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins.
Once Rookwood allied with Ranrock, Isadora's estate became of interest to them both. That's why Rookwood was there the night Anne was cursed. He was working with Ranrock. When he saw your sister, well, he didn't want anyone to know.
So he cursed her. And she's never been the same. So cruel. Rookwood deserved what he got. Thank you for telling me. It wasn't a goblin. I suppose I owe you an apology. All this time I thought goblins were the enemy. But it was never that simple. I have a lot to think about. Let's speak again soon.
I mean, massively dramatic. Up an old tree that overlooks Hogwarts. Okay, I was fast approaching. Keeper's wand. Shadows of relic. Sort of catacomb. Natty. Eat Poppy. All go. Let's see if I try. Okay. Deal. Alright, Poppy. That'll be the first mission that we do. On our return. Thank you for joining us. It's been rather glorious. Yeah, we'll be on again soon enough. Keep meaning to stop painting and then getting poorly, and I'll be able to get to stream a little bit more, but hopefully this weekend I'll recover enough and start that painting, because